It was a humid summer evening in Austin, Texas, when Emily Carter, a 26-year-old graphic designer, decided she needed a break from her usual routine. She had been working late nights at her downtown studio, trying to impress her new clients with bold campaigns and striking visuals. While her career was on track, her personal life felt dull, repetitive, and predictable. Emily longed for something different. Not in a reckless way, but in a way that made her feel alive again. Her best friend, Sarah Williams, noticed the shift in her mood and suggested an evening out. Sarah was a lively, adventurous soul who thrived on spontaneous experiences. "Emily, you need something refreshing," Sarah said, twirling her iced coffee in a small cafe near Lady Bird Lake. "Not romance, not work, not responsibilities. Just something new, something that gives you a story to tell." Emily hesitated. She wasn't exactly the type to chase after surprises. But Sarah's enthusiasm was infectious. Before long, the two of them were driving toward a hidden rooftop lounge downtown that Sarah swore was the hottest new place in Austin. The rooftop overlooked the skyline, with soft amber lights strung across modern wooden decks. It had a reputation for its live acoustic nights and a kind of magic that came from being high above the city chaos. When they arrived, Emily immediately felt the shift in energy. The crowd wasn't overwhelming, just a mix of young professionals, musicians, and people laughing over cocktails. She leaned against the railing, looking out at the glowing city, the tall towers shimmering against the dark blue night. That's when she met Daniel Miller, a 28-year-old travel photographer who had just returned from a project in Arizona. He wasn't flashy or overly forward. Instead, he had a calm confidence, the kind that instantly put Emily at ease. They started talking casually about Austin, the food, the music, the art scene. But soon the conversation drifted to deeper topics. Dreams, challenges, and the little things that made life unexpectedly beautiful. Emily hadn't realized how much she needed this type of conversation. It wasn't about attraction or anything physical. It was about connection, laughter, and the comfort of being understood. Later that night, Sarah joined a group on the dance floor, leaving Emily and Daniel near the edge of the rooftop. A soft breeze carried the sound of guitar strings across the air. Daniel pulled out his camera, showing Emily some of his favorite shots from his recent trip. Sunrises over desert valleys, quiet towns filled with history, and candid portraits of strangers who trusted him enough to capture their essence. Emily admired his ability to find warmth and beauty in simple places. "Want to try?" he asked, handing her the camera. Emily had never handled professional gear before, but Daniel guided her gently, helping her focus on the skyline. The moment wasn't about perfection. It was about discovery. She laughed at her shaky hands, but Daniel reassured her. "It's not about the photo. It's about how you see the world." That line stayed with her. Hours passed quickly, but the night never felt rushed. They didn't share numbers, didn't promise anything beyond that rooftop. Yet, the experience itself left Emily buzzing with energy. She realized that sometimes the most meaningful connections don't require commitments, labels, or physical intimacy. They just require presence. Driving home later, Emily rolled down her window and let the warm Texas air hit her face. Sarah hummed along to a song on the radio, but Emily remained quiet, lost in her thoughts. She didn't feel the need to tell Sarah every detail of her conversation with Daniel. Some experiences, she realized, were meant to be carried privately, like a secret fire that warmed you long after the night ended. Over the next few weeks, Emily found herself approaching life differently. She took breaks during work to walk around the city, noticing details she had overlooked before. The way sunlight danced on glass buildings, the small smiles exchanged between strangers at coffee shops, the sound of live street musicians echoing through the night. That rooftop evening hadn't given her a relationship or a promise, but it gave her something more valuable. A reminder that life was full of sparks waiting to be noticed. Months later, she returned to the rooftop with Sarah. The skyline hadn't changed, but Emily had. She no longer searched for an escape from her routine. Instead, she embraced the possibility that new experiences could be found anywhere, as long as she was open to them. She never saw Daniel again, but she carried his words with her like a compass. "It's not about the photo. It's about how you see the world."